Welcome to Fix It Home Improvement, covering projects that every homeowner should know and great products for home and garden.
Hi, I'm JC, and this is where we share weekly home improvement tips. I'm here with my co-host, Cindy.
Hello, JC.
Hi, Cindy. This week we're going to talk about hanging a porch swing, and we'd like to thank Joe Warren for liking and sharing the podcast. Front porches were popular in home construction from the late 1800s to the early 1900s. And I saw an ad from a 1920 Montgomery Ward catalog. It had a wood porch swing with a seat depth of 18 inches, a back height of 18 inches, and it was 48 inches wide. The ad said it was made out of seasoned hardwood, and it came with the chains, hooks, and screws to install it. And the price was $4.25.
Does anybody know Montgomery Wards anymore?
Yeah, I used to go there as a kid.
All right, yeah, but you're old.
The hardware retailing website says that porches are growing in popularity with new homeowners. The National Association of Home Builders reported that in 2020, about 65% of new homes had a porch.
Wow.
Consumer Insights research found the preference for a home with a porch started growing since 2005.
Can all porches support a porch swing?
No, it really depends on the size of the ceiling joists and if the ceiling joists are properly supported.
How can you tell?
So one way you can tell is you can get up into the attic if it's open, and you can check the size and the location of the joists, or you're going to have to remove the ceiling material so that you can check the joist size and how the ceiling material is attached to the joists.
What are porch ceilings made out of?
You could have plywood, OSB, beadboard, PVC, composite, or vinyl, or you might have multiple layers like plywood with beadboard over it. You need to screw into the joists, not just plywood or wood boards, to safely support your porch swing. A couple manufacturers said a 2x6 joist is the minimum size for a porch swing. A 2x8 joist is going to be stronger. One article I read said a general guide is a 2x6 joist with an 8-foot span will support around 424 pounds. A shorter span is going to support more weight. Wood species and wood grade is also going to impact the weight the joist will support. Douglas fir is stronger than pine, for example.
Right.
One company recommended a 2x8 joist or a 4x4 beam if the porch swing will be supported on one joist or one beam. If you're supporting your swing on two joists, they say 2x6s are acceptable.
Okay. Do you need a permit to hang a porch swing?
I spoke to my local building inspector.
Does he know you?
And he's always happy to hear from me.
Mm-hmm.
And he said you don't need a permit to hang a porch swing. He said the most important thing to check is the joist size and how it's supported. Some front porches are added to a home after it's built, and if the ceiling joists are supported by a ledger board that wasn't designed to carry a lot of weight, or if it's not secured to the building properly, it can damage your porch. He said he's seen joist hangers attached with roofing nails, and that won't carry a lot of weight. And some joists aren't designed to carry a load. They're just keeping the roof rafters from kicking out. Also said if you have trusses on your porch, they aren't designed to hold the weight of a swing and the movement.
Okay.
He recommended hanging a porch swing from a 2x6 joist or larger. He said he's seen 2x4 joists on porches that were added to an existing home and they won't support a porch swing.
Yikes.
He said to be safe, double up the 2x6 or 2x8 joists that you're going to be screwing the porch swing into to increase the strength. So you would cut a 2x6 or a 2x8 the same length of the existing joists and then use liquid nails and 3/8 or ½ lag screws, 3 inches long, screwed in about 2 feet apart to double the size of the joists.
This is also called sistering?
Right, exactly. He also said add some cross blocking, which is wood perpendicular to the joists, next to the joist that you're screwing into, and that's going to keep the joist secure when you're swinging.
Okay.
The inspector also recommended hiring a professional contractor to check the joists if you're unsure if they're supported properly to carry a load.
Right. Smart. When hanging a porch swing, how far apart should the hooks be?
A couple companies recommended the hooks, screw eyes, or eye bolts should be 2 inches to 4 inches wider than the width of the bench. And that way the chains or the ropes don't rub on the porch swing.
Okay.
If you're using 2 joists to hang your swing, look at the minimum, maximum spacing recommended. A few 4-foot porch swings I looked at, the minimum spacing was 45 to 55 inches, and the maximum was 57 to 67 inches. And most swings come with chain designed to be connected to 2 eye hooks, but you can also get kits that use 4 hooks. That way it spreads out the weight better, and the swing isn't going to swing as far, so it's good if you have limited space on your porch.
Okay.
It's called a 2-point or 4-point style.
How far apart are joists?
Most joists are spaced 16 inches on center, but you will find 12 inch on center and 24 inches on center.
Okay. How much space do you need for a porch swing?
A couple companies recommended having 3 to 4 feet in front and in back of the porch swing and 2 feet on each side. The bottom of the porch swing should be 17 to 19 inches above the floor, but you would adjust that to what's comfortable for you.
Right.
Home Depot says there should be a minimum of 18 inches behind a porch swing, 14 to 16 inches on the sides, and keep it 17 to 19 inches off the floor.
All right.
The porch swing company said keep about 48 inches of space behind a porch swing, and that way it can swing without damage and have a minimum of 6 inches on each side. A swing manual I looked at for a 4-foot porch swing said keep a minimum of 24 inches behind and in front of the porch swing, a minimum of 6 inches on the sides, and the hook spacing should have a minimum of 47.5 inches with a maximum hook spacing of 59.5 inches. And they recommended 18 to 22 inches off the floor. So it's good to check the specifications on the styles or the sizes of the swings that you're comparing before you order it, and that way you can match it to the area you have on your porch.
Right, because if you sit on it and it slams into your house, that's not good.
A 5-gallon bucket with a lid is about 15 inches tall, which is a good height for shorter people, and setting your porch swing on 2 5-gallon buckets is an easy way to keep it in place while you're connecting your chains or your ropes.
I was going to say, just keep it there with the buckets.
And it's easier to lift up a couple inches off the bucket on each side if you want it higher, rather than trying to lift it up off the floor. So 5-gallon buckets come in handy.
Shocking.
The swings I looked at came with a chain or rope, but they didn't have the hardware to go into the joists.
What kind of fasteners or parts do you need to hang a porch swing?
You can purchase porch swing hardware kits, and that comes with all the parts to screw into the joists. And what's nice about the kits is they're rated for a porch swing.
Mm-hmm.
Some kits have hangers, which is a metal plate with 2 to 4 holes and an eye that swings for your chain. And you would attach an S-hook or carabiner to the eye and then attach that to your chain or rope. You can also get an eye bolt that goes through the joists and it's secured with a washer and nut on top of the joists, or you can get screw eyes that just screw right into the joists.
Okay.
The hardware kits I looked at had 3/8 or 1/2 inch diameter eye screws or eye bolts, but check the recommended length and thickness for your porch swing. One company recommended only using 1/2 inch screws or bolts 3 inches long. And I saw swing screw eyes from 2 1/4 inches long to 4 inches long. And you need to screw into the center of the joist when you're attaching your screws or bolts. Compare the weight limits. I saw hangers and eye bolts and screws rated from around 300 pounds to 1,500 pounds. And you want to check the weight ratings for each part that you're connecting. So the chain, the hooks, and carabiners.
Right.
And compare the material. Heavy-duty stainless steel hangers, hooks, and chains are going to be very durable.
Right. Why do some porch swings have springs?
Some porch swing kits come with springs, or you can add springs to chains. Some companies say springs add comfort when you're sitting on a porch swing without cushions, and it gives a little bounce when you're swinging.
Mm-hmm.
But check the weight ratings and the material. I read some comments. Some people like the cushioning feel it gives, but a few people said they got motion sick because of all the extra bouncing.
Bummer. Should the porch swing face forward, towards the street, or to the side?
Both are good, but depending on the depth of your porch and the placement of the joists, you may be limited on where you can put your porch swing.
Bummer.
Facing the side gives a feeling of privacy rather than facing the street, and you could arrange other patio furniture to face the swing for visiting when it faces the side.
Right. If you have a wood porch swing that has been stained, how do you maintain the finish?
The Porch Swing Company recommends sealing wood porch swings with a finish like varnish to protect against UV rays and water, or use a weather-resistant coating like polyurethane. Some top-rated exterior wood sealants are Olympic Maximum Waterproofing Sealer. Olympic is OLYMPIC. Echo Advanced Exterior Wood Water Repellent. Echo is capital E, capital C, capital O. Thompson's Water Seal Advanced Natural Wood Protector. Seal Once, Nano and Poly Premium Wood Sealer. And Seal Once is SEAL, capital ONCE. And Samurai Clear Coat for Deck Polyurethane is a 2-part polyurethane spray for wood. Both parts are built into one can.
No way.
It's pretty cool. You turn the can upside down, you hit it with your fist, and it mixes the two parts.
Oh, cool.
And Samurai is SAMURAI. To protect metal parts, WD-40 has a product called WD-40 Specialist Corrosion Inhibitor. It's an anti-rust spray that can be applied once a year to protect against rust and corrosion.
Cool. Do you have to cover a porch swing in the winter?
If you don't plan on removing the swing and storing it in a shed or the garage, you can cover your porch swing with a furniture cover, or you can get a porch swing cover to keep moisture and debris off the surface. You can check out the cover store at the-cover-store.com and Covers and All at COVERSANDALL.com. And they have porch swing covers.
Do you have to worry about a porch swing in a storm?
When I spoke to the Porch Swing Company, they said if you're in an area with tropical storms, you should take down the swing for the season or secure the porch swing by strapping it down. And you can use sandbags to keep the porch swing from moving as much and add bumpers to protect the swing and your siding. In tropical areas, if you're purchasing cushions, get quality outdoor-rated material to protect against blowing water, dirt, and debris. They recommended Sunbrella fabric. It's SUNBRELLA. It's resistant to mold, mildew, and water, and it can be cleaned with mild soap and water.
Cool. What about porch swing maintenance?
There are different recommendations depending on the type of material and the finish of the porch swing. So read the care instructions for your porch swing model.
Okay.
I read the care instructions on a teak porch swing. It said if teak wood is left bare and unsanded, it will naturally fade to a silver gray color, which won't affect the durability. To maintain a smooth finish and the brown color, sand the wood regularly. If you apply a teak oil, reapply it every 6 months. You should cover a teak porch swing during the winter months or move it to covered storage. The care instructions for a hardwood porch swing said routinely check and tighten all the hardware, routinely inspect the wood surfaces, clean the surfaces of dirt, bird droppings, tree sap, and other debris with a soft brush and a mild detergent, then rinse it thoroughly. They recommend applying a penetrating oil stain to maintain the color of the wood and to keep the surface in good condition. They don't recommend sealers, varnishes, or water-based products on their swings.
Okay.
The care instructions for a solid mahogany porch swing said this product has been treated. To clean it, use a mild soap and warm water. Don't use abrasive material or cleaners or bleach products. To prolong its life, bring it indoors during freezing temperatures and keep it covered in the winter. Move it to covered storage in wet climates, and then keep it in a shaded area during the summer. A plastic porch swing's care instructions said use hot, soapy water and a stiff bristle brush to remove dirt and grime. and use a product like Windex or Simple Green to remove stains. The care instructions for a steel porch swing said spray it down regularly with a hose and use mild soap and water for stains. So there's a lot of different recommendations depending on the material, so read your manual.
Right. Any tips for hanging a tree swing?
If you're planning on attaching a single-seat porch swing to a tree, the International Association of Certified Home Inspectors recommends a minimum branch thickness of 8 inches and make sure it's a healthy tree.
Yeah.
One method is to drill a hole the size of your eye bolt all the way through the branch, and you should be using a 1/2 inch or larger bolt, and then you'd add a wide washer and nut above it. Use corrosion-resistant metal. The tree will grow around the bolt, so it'll make it very secure, which is interesting.
Cool.
If you're using a rope over a branch, cover the top of the branch with rubber or use a tree swing strap rated for the weight you need.
Okay.
Some top-rated porch swings come from Backyard Discovery, Cambridge Casual, Highwood, Polywood, which is Pollywood, and Vicos, Veikous. And the Organic Swing is an interesting high-end porch swing. It has 2 adjustable seat backs, and for every swing that they sell, they replant 10 trees around the world.
Cool. Do you have anything else to add?
We'd like to thank the Porch Swing Company for helping us with information this week. And one thing you should be aware of is you shouldn't lean back too far on a porch swing. Porch swings are made for sitting and gentle swinging or rocking. They're not built to lean back too far. If you lean back too far on some porch swings, it'll flip over.
So your mother was right.
And before hanging or buying a porch swing, the most important step is locating the joists and the size.
Cool. Let's wrap this up.
You can subscribe to the podcast on your favorite podcast app.
If you enjoyed it, please leave us a review.
You can check out our home improvement videos on our YouTube channel, Fix It Home Improvement.
And you can subscribe to that as well.
You can download our ebooks, Home Improvement Solutions, What Every Homeowner Should Know, books 1 through 16 on Amazon.
If you enjoyed it, please leave us a 5-star rating and review.
You can email us at fixitpodcast@gmail.com. You can follow Cindy on Twitter at FixItCohost, and you can follow us on Instagram, Fixit Home Improvement.
Thank you for listening.
Talk to you next week.